Making my final stretch home right now to Houston, Texas. I just went through Oklahoma City. It's been a crazy, crazy tour, but I'm ready to get home. I miss my dogs and I miss my lady and I miss my kids. Uh, I don't know if it's in that order or not, but either way, hey, it's cool. One thing I wanted to talk about today is the word fidelity and faithful. Uh, you know, Before I met my ex, I was kind of a piece of shit, when it came to that whole thing. I cheated and porn and all of those things. I did all of those things, drugs and alcohol, and all those things would make your inhibitions go down. And if somebody wanted to fool around, it's like, all right, let's fool around. And it took me until I met Candace, my ex, um, to really re-examine. I thought I was a good man. Like, I felt that I was a good man, and it took her, as fucking psycho retarded as she was, it took her to get me to snap in. Oh, this is what it's like to be a man. This is it. Between her and her daughter, and she was a constant victim, and she was a master manipulator at being a constant victim. And so, Captain Save-A-Ho, or whatever you want to call me, would swoop in and be like, oh, this woman really needs me. And it kind of gave me a purpose, and that became my purpose, which was a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is my purpose was no longer to go out and get hammered and fuck a stranger or whatever the case may be. My new purpose was now making her okay, saving her. That was my new purpose. And for 3 of the 3.5 years, that was my purpose. And I jumped through so many mad hoops to be the man that I felt that she needed to be. Again, these were both good things and they were bad things. The good part about it is I quit drinking. I quit whoring around. I quit even flirting with other women. I quit. I didn't give a shit about other women. It was her and saving her. That was it. That was my 100% of my purpose. Um, and then about, you know, the last 6 months of our relationship, I really started kind of matching her energy, and I really started looking at the way she was and the way she would manipulate things. And I'm not doing this episode to talk shit about her, because, she's a damaged person, and I hope to God that one day she meets somebody, and maybe this guy she's dating now is someone that is going to be the right guy for her, or that she's going to get healed from all this past trauma. But I don't know how much of it's real and how much of it's not, because I just don't know what you can believe, what she says. But that's not the point. The point of all this is, after I broke up with her, I did not do what old Jeff does. I did not go to the bar, and I did not get fucked up, and I did not find a stranger to go home with. I did none of the old things I used to do when that happened. Instead, what I did is I kind of just focused on myself. I started traveling, and I started looking at everything inside. Like why do I need to have a woman to save? Like, I have enough fucked up things about my life. I need to be working on myself. I don't need to be working on anyone else. And that's what I started doing. And, I kind of dated a girl for a little bit, not too long after her and I broke up. Nothing like her, of course. She was like immediately in an I love you relationship. I dated this girl, and this was a girl that is like a career therapy. She's been in therapy for 5 years, and everything is about therapy, and everything is about recovery, and everything is about, and so she starts analyzing you, and then it's fucking weird. But that's beside the point too, because I don't really care about that. But then, I don't know, 6 months later or something like that, I worked things out with my ex-wife, the woman that I was with for 18 years, that we spent 6 years apart, the woman I cheated on, the woman I was a piece of shit to. But because of all the things that I did to change my life for the better, she still saw me as a good man. And that's all I wanted to be, was a good man. That's it. I wanted to be a good man. And I feel that now that for the first time in my life, I am a good man. I do the things that I'm supposed to do. I do the things that I need to do. I take care of my responsibilities. I pay my fucking bills on time for the first time ever. I have one issue that I still have remaining, and that is I borrowed money from a friend a few years ago, a substantial amount of money, and I've only paid him back about $7,500 of that, and I need to get that paid back. And it trust me, I think about it every single fucking day. I think about it, and I'm gonna get that done, and it's gonna happen. And I'm just gonna send him a $30,000 check and be like, sorry for everything. Here, I mean, the friendship's already ruined, and that's fine. It is what it is. But one day I'm just gonna send him a check for $30,000 and be like, I'm sorry about all of this. Here's your money, and I apologize. That one thing is really the only thing that still haunts me to this day. Everything else I've gotten past. I've forgiven myself. I've forgiven the people that did me wrong. I used to have I was just in a bad spot. I used to have to have an enemy all the time. I would always have someone I'm talking shit about because I had to have an enemy. I had to. But I'm not that way anymore. I don't have to have an enemy because I actually love the person I am. I'm not trying to hide it with insecurities, and I'm not trying to do things that I shouldn't do. I'm not fucking around with women I shouldn't be fucking around with. I'm in a very, very happy and secure relationship with a woman that has loved me since she was 20 years old. And I'm finally giving her the man that she deserves because she is the person that I should be pouring it into. The other girls, they were not something I should have been poured into. I mean, I should have left the relationship with Candace 2 days after it started. I mean, I can name 10, 15, 20 things that happened within the first 6 months of our relationship that any other fucking normal thinking man would have hauled ass. But I didn't. But it was because I had an unhealthy relationship with myself. It had nothing to do with her. And now, for the first time in my life, I have a very healthy relationship with myself. I'm not stirring up the pot on social media anymore to find this dopamine hits. I'm pretty much output only. I mean, I still speak my mind and I still say the things I'm going to say, but I give a fuck less what goes viral or who watches it or any of that shit. Even these, like I'm doing these kind of for me so I can go back and I can look at these a year from now and 2 years from now and see what else I've done, see how further I've grown as a man. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. We're men and we need to act like men. And I'm telling you right now, being a man is not going out with your buddies to the strip club. That is not being a man. Being a man is not going and blowing all your money on fucking booze and alcohol. That's not being a man. Being a man is not just acting on a whim and just doing whatever you want to fucking do and treating women like shit. That's not being a man. A real man, what a real man does, a real man is honest all the time. A real man speaks his mind. He speaks his truth. A real man is faithful to his family. Because guess what? When you're cheating on your old lady, you're cheating on your kids too. I can promise you that. For many, many, many years, I did not give my kids the dad that they should have had because I was too busy out fucking around and being fucking retarded. And that's not being a man, man. Being a man is like doing the right thing. Say what you do what you say. Have integrity. That's being a man. And I know so many men out there that are just little fucking boys. I was one of them. A little fucking asshole boy. Me, what I wanted all the time. If I wanted to go gambling, I would go gambling. If I wanted to fuck around, I'd fuck around. If I wanted to get drunk, I'd get drunk. If I wanted to do cocaine, I'd do cocaine. I did whatever I wanted. All under the guise of like, I'm a man and I could do what I want. That's not being a man. That's not. And if you're one of these people that are watching this and this is kind of how you are and you're justifying it to yourself, that's fine. Do that. You do you, boo. You do whatever you want to do. But I'm telling you, man, there's this beautiful fucking life out there. There's this beautiful life of people that really love you. And if you can figure a way to love yourself and stop fucking around and stop getting fucked up all the time and stop doing drugs and stop doing all these things that give you instant gratification, actually come up with a goal and work towards that goal. If you start doing those things, your life will get substantially better. Substantially. And this has nothing to do with religion or or any of that stuff. It's just about putting your energy into things that are going to make you a better person. There's nothing about going out and getting drunk that's going to make you a better person. There's nothing about going out and fucking a 23-year-old when you're a 40-year-old man that's going to make you a better person. You're not a better person. And no matter how you justify it, no matter what you tell yourself, it doesn't matter. You can tell yourself whatever you want to tell yourself, that you're not a good person. You're not being a good person. You're not being a person of high value, of high morals. You're just not. And this is coming from someone who was that guy. You know, and they say that once a cheater, always a cheater. You can't change. I'm here to tell you, I'm a changed man. I don't even flirt at all. I don't answer flirtatious messages. I don't put myself in any kind of situations where I may lose my, myself and do something that I shouldn't do. I avoid those situations like the fucking plague. But even if I did get in kind of a sticky situation, I would not act on it. There's nothing a fucking female can offer me that I don't already have within myself. And so once I learned how to just be happy with myself, then I was able to actually focus on a relationship. And so me and Brooke, we are so happy. And we're having the time of our lives, and we're planning our future for the first fucking time. We were together for 18 years, and I don't think we ever talked about retirement. I don't think we ever talked about planning our future. I don't think we ever talked about moving, buying some land, or buying a business. And that's all we talk about now, because we're forward focusing. We're not stuck in the past. We're not worried about a boyfriend that used to abuse her, or we're not worried about a girlfriend that cheated on me, and we're not worried about the time that I cheated on her, and we're not worried about me going out and getting fucked up. We're not worried about that. We're together. We're focused on a very, very pro moving forward attitude, and it's the most beautiful thing on the planet. And I hate that it took me 46 years to figure it out, 47 years to figure it all out. That's what I hate, because now what do I have? 20 years left, 30 years maybe. If I'm super fucking lucky, I'll get 40, but I doubt it. And so, yeah, man, I'm just kind of devoting myself to my career, to my, that sounds weird, to my wife, and to my kids and to my family. But really, what I'm really mostly is I'm selfishly moving forward with myself. And I stopped chasing and I started attracting. And that's when my whole life changed. Anyway, love you guys. I'll do another one of these later. Hope you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, don't watch it. Peace.